Welcome to the 2023 World Ringette Championships here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. We are bringing to you live from Winsport, Canada versus Finland, junior pool, as we're about to rise for the national anthem. Joining us, welcome to Calgary for the 2023 World Ringette Championships. My name is Emily Renneberg, and I have with me the wonderful Kelsey Kane. Hi, Kelsey. How are you?
Hello, hello. I am excited for today's game.
Even though it's an exhibition, you can feel the energy in the rink, hey?
Yeah, exactly. And again, even though it's an exhibition game, this is a game that can really set the tone for both teams, right? Nerves are going to be there, especially for Team Canada playing in front of home crowd. So it's going to be a little messy to start with, but both teams are ready, and I'm super ready.
And this is where they start figuring each other out, right? This is kind of the time to play, time to test things out. So right now it doesn't technically count, but you need to make it count in the future. And so this is where you gotta figure out what that looks like for you.
Yeah, exactly. We've got teams that are practicing systems. We've got some players that this is their first time playing at the national level. So it's going to be interesting to see how they play against two countries that play very different ringette. So it's going to be really interesting to see how both teams fare up against each other in today's exhibition game.
Well, we're excited to bring the action to you. Our international fans, welcome. Thank you for joining. Hopefully we're in a time zone that isn't making you too exhausted. Looks like they'll be announcing the starting lineups. In net, we will start off with number 30, Levi Holstrom. Team Canada, Paige Roy sits between those pipes. Michaela Brewster coming out alongside Maxime Morsen. That's 16. Haley Ryan York. John Couture. And number 97, Laurence Lacombe. All right, we're setting up here at the free pass at center ice. Finland gets the first ring. Canada setting up that line just over the blue line, trying to keep sticks low. Finland passing it into the corner. That's picked up by number 21.
Canada doing a really good job of keeping Finland to the outside.
And already a shot off. That goes just wide behind the net. Good first look right in front of that triangle. Finland is already trying to get some shots off here. Number 10 coming across that top. Shoots again. This time it hits the goaltender. Mary Lonka. She has some action early on in this game. Early saves from Paige Roy. Canada needs to break it up. Get it outside of their zone here, bouncing it off the boards, picked up by captain Erin Ung. Passing it into the ice, down in offensive zone. And a bit of a change here. There's 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Fires that.
Great reset, great pickup too.
Both teams fighting for it in front of the net. Canada takes that ring back. That'll be on Manon Vatour's stick. She'll take a change here. Some fresh legs. Still time, 13 seconds on that shot clock. Canada setting up wide, passing it around. Taking a shot, just goes wide. Got that ring right in tight on the crease. Just had that quick look. Opportunities on both sides here. Early ring to Finland. They're trying to take it out.
Great first opportunity to, we're going to see a penalty.
That'll be our first penalty of the game, 2 minutes for hooking.
And this is where Canada is really going to look to capitalize. They've got some momentum. They had a great reset, a great look within. So now they got to roll on this momentum on this power play.
We'll go to number 18, Tuomen Niniemi. Pardon my Finnish. I only know English, but we're trying. Canada will get the ring in the zone. First power play opportunity of this game. Starting with that outside cycle. Keeping things wide, 22 seconds on the shot clock. Looking for something here. Passing it low. Jacoby. Across the top, passing it back. Getting that shot off in tight. Finland trying to get that pass off. Just keep their stick on it. They'll fire it low. Bit of a battle here in the corner. They'll keep that possession. As Toskala goes for a bit of a skate, shovels it backwards. Roy makes that stop, right tight to her post. And that's a hard check from Hazel.
Yeah, good for Canada for retrieving that. That was a good reset by the Finns, but Canada's looking to break it out. Oh, and just a misplay there.
They're trying to find possession. Finland will make the safer pass back into their own zone. Having a hard time stabbing that bouncing ring. Another bounce off those pesky boards.
And Canada's got to do a little bit of a better job clearing up on their forecheck. They are on the power play, so we should be trying to see a 2-on, looking for that turnover. But again, first game jitters.
Still figuring out those systems, playing with each other. Canada's going to get that ring up, tries to get into the center, will bounce off their own player. A bit of pinball here, but Finland will pick it up and go for a skate in their own zone. Behind the net. Usella passing it up. Back to Usella. She just picks it up. She's got a chance to shoot. She scores right through the 5-hole. She took that ring end to end.
Yeah, great breakout. You know, the Finns saw that opening, and they're going to do that all game. They're going to look for those opportunities to break out. And a tough one for Canada, especially being on the power play. But again, they're going to look to try to clear up on their man-on, and great rush by the Finns.
And that'll be the first goal of the game, going to number 7, Yella. She just skated hard, waited for that ring to cross the blue line. She had all the time and space she needed. Canada got caught a little bit on that defense.
And she is going to be a player that Canada is really going to have to pick up on. She has played in these World Juniors before, tacking up on 3 goals and 3 assists in her last chance. And Erin Ung right there.
Got that fire of a shot from the top of the crease. Just had a perfect look.
And she is going to be such a powerhouse for Canada, looking to get them on the board.
And that penalty is killed. And break through that tough triangle. Strong attempt from Vautour. She's looking for that opportunity up front. Finland taking it back into neutral ice. Right over that Ringette line. That's a Toskala is going to go for a bit of a skate while her teammates make a change. Fakes the pass, bounces off a skate. Canada is going to try and pick up that ring, but no one's managed to get a stick on it.
Well, a little bit of a hand pass there, but little one gone. Lucky one for Finns there.
Tries to make that back pass. Canada will pick it up, loose in the neutral zone, trying to skate away from that check. Strong effort from Fevin. She makes that long pass right over to Moisen. Fevin cycling in that corner. They've got 9 seconds on the shot clock. That low post. A little bit of a test there.
Oh, great job by Canada.
And they'll get it back.
And they read that so well, realizing goalie wasn't picking up the ring, had sticks down, forcing her to make that pass low, and they picked up and now have control, a new 30.
Gaining speed here, taking a look on that far post. That was there. Catches a skate. Jacoby had a nice look. The cycle continues for Canada. 22 seconds on the shot clock, lots of time, does a back pass. Jacoby looking again, passing up top. The backhand slider there. Marilick. Finland breaking up top, passing it right over to the line. Wonka passing it over to Sarmala.
Good stick there.
10 seconds on that shot clock. They're going to look for something here, passing it far. Now Kuyella was looking for another opportunity, but Paige Roy keeps that ring outside. That'll get blown down for 5 seconds. The ring was just stuck right in their pads after that hard shot.
Yeah, the Finns are really known for those hard outside shots, and I think Paige, again, having played in these World Juniors before, I think is ready for those and does a really good job of maintaining control of the ring, not allowing that rebound, and chooses to hold it for that 5 to get a nice reset.
Sometimes that's the smart choice.
Yeah.
Finland, known for the shot off the free pass, takes one, goes wide, and Canada will step into their own crease. So it'll go back to the Finns. Right on that circle again. Finland loves to take that shot.
Oh my gosh, yeah. They have so many times where they have set plays from the free ring, and they will take those shots if they can. So Paige has got to be ready for those outside shots. Same with the defense to try to get a block.
Lanka. Right over to Kujella. Back to Lanka, right up top. For a
Good
teammate. Carmela is picked off. There's a delayed call on the play. Finland's going to go to the box again. 2 minutes for tripping on that particular play. And that'll go back to Miniemi. That's going to be the hardest one.
I know,
That's
it
gonna
is
be the
so
hardest
tough.
one. I'm so sorry.
We
to the
apologize.
Finns. In the most Canadian way. We're so sorry.
We are so sorry.
That'll be her second penalty of this game. We're not far through it yet.
And again, I'm really hoping that Canada is able to do a little bit better job on their forecheck during this power play. They want to maintain control, get a couple really good opportunities, but they can only do that when they have control of that ring, which means they need to have a good forecheck when they do lose it.
Makes that pass backwards to Vautour. Vautour makes it all the way up to Lacombe. Lacombe fighting through it, pulling the defense with her. Vautour had that look. Lacombe doing a brilliant job of pulling the defense tight in, giving space. But Canada will have a delayed call here on that check.
Yes.
Finnish goalie skating strong to the net. That was fast.
And strong forecheck just overcommits just a little bit too much. Again, I said I wanted more forechecking, but a little bit too much that time.
A little bit. So that'll be 2 minute minor penalty for body contact to Laurence Lacombe. Will be 4-on-4 for the next maybe minute 23. We'll see what happens.
Both teams on this 4-on-4 are going to have to play a really strong man on. There's going to be more open ice for them to skate, especially if Canada's trying to do a better job of playing that defense. They got to watch for those fast breaks, but same with Finland. Canada's going to be looking to get that jump, try to get a fast break and get a good shooting opportunity.
Well, again, I always get nervous when we're here at the free circle.
You never know what they're going to do on these. They have set plays that they just practice and practice.
Brennan passing it off to Kangoga Skokiu. Oh no, sorry. Taking it up top. That pass goes a little bit wide. Finns will keep the possession here. 10 seconds on that shot clock. Time is winding down. Canada, a little bit of an aggressive check here, going all the way to the boards with 2 players. And that'll go back to the Finns for the free circle. Yeah,
ref saw one of the players stepping on the ring, and I think it might have been Canada, maybe Finland, but
oh, it's definitely Canada. We'll have to set up more defense here. Carmela will take that ring, passing it off the boards. Over to Lanka. Lanka coming up wide. At center. Long playing right up to the Ringette line. Passing it off to Kujella. Oh, sorry, Jussila. Getting that shot off Roy's pad, right sliding in the way of that far post. Take that shot, but the defense was there to block it. Finland still keeping the stick on the ring. 14 seconds on the shot clock.
Canada's triangle's doing a really good job of keeping them out, but they gotta watch those
and
outside
that's another
shots.
Goal. Finland. That'll be 2 for Jussila. That'll put her team up by 2.
Yeah, and again, like I said before, Jussila is not shy to take those outside shots. This is not her first time in these World Juniors. She tacked up quite a few points the last year, and again, like this outside shot, just got to get a little bit of pressure, a little bit of stick-on-stick contact. But again, exhibition game, teams are learning from these kind of little mistakes here and there, and Canada going to look to get on the board and connect with something here.
Canada looking to maintain possession. We've got 2 players in the box still, but that original penalty to Finland will expire. So Canada technically on the shorthand here. 12 seconds on the shot clock, staying wide along those boards. Looking for a shot right off Holstrom's pads. That rebound finds her own player. Pushing it up into the zone, but firing it far. Bit of a foot race here. Canada battling, getting that reset. Taking time in the defensive zone to find that right pass. Again, Canada shorthanded for the next 10 seconds. Harder to make that pass when you're down a player. Finland will pick it up in the zone. Passing it off. And a great check from Hazel. Lacombe just got out of the penalty box, waiting for that pass. Wasn't quite the perfect setup. And then we'll take it back in their zone.
Yeah, just forced it a little bit. I think got really excited that she was out of the box and got the ring right away.
Going into the neutral zone.
Oh,
still
great pressure.
Canada stepping into that ring, passing it over the blue line. Making a little bit of a soft pass behind the net, bouncing off. A bit of a change here.
Yeah, and what a step up by Lacombe to win those battles. Those battles are going to be so key throughout these series.
And tries to pass it to Vautour. Bounces off a finished skate. 6 seconds on that shot clock. Fires it. Goes a little bit too wide. 1 second left. Gets a shot, but not in time.
Yeah, and Ung was looking for that reset off the block shot. She was looking at the ref. Reset. But no, he was not giving it to her.
Shout out to our minor officials. Our major
Yeah.
officials. And their excellent shot clocking.
You are doing great.
So we want to see Finland in their own zone, finding some pressure. Canada not making it easy. Taking it inside the offense. Bingo. Cusco. Takes the shot. Roy makes that easy pass over to the corner. Finland gets a stick in there to block that off. Nicola was fighting hard to maintain that ring. It'll go back to Canada though. She was by herself, really just battling.
Yeah, the Finns are known for just being strong on their stick and battling hard. I mean, if you look at some of these players, they are just tall girls. So they know how to battle. That's part of their gameplay is being strong on their sticks. And Canada's given them a good run for their money. Their checking has been really good to start off this game.
Canada looking for the break-in, finding the empty corner. Not necessarily winning the foot race, but might win the check here. Taking that ring for a bit of a spin. Ehrlich, strong, passing it off to Meyer. Meyer trying to create something here on the cycle. 16 seconds on the shot clock, makes that long pass. Looking for a friend. Ehrlich passing it back off to Jacoby. Jacoby looking great up top of that triangle. 2 seconds on the shot clock, trying to get the reset. Couldn't quite find it. Holstrom trying to pass it off to the goal scorer, Usella. It's picked off by Canada. What a strong check by Meyer.
Yeah, Meyer's just been all over with her forechecking today and has won some really key battles in the offensive zone for her team. So she's doing really good right off the bat.
Passing it right over to Fevin. Fevin takes a firing shot. You can hear the crowd get excited about that one. Another low shot, getting that reset from Hemstreet. Hemstreet's going to get it back. Lots of time on the shot clock. Making some moves here, trying to get it across. We'll go a bit into enemy territory here across that ringette line. Canada battling back. Getting that ring, Fevin, she's going to take that skate. Tries to do a backhand shot. Just a little bit wide, Finland.
Fevin with a couple really good shots. She's known for her shooting ability, and Canada's going to look to her for possibly that first goal.
Canada's still looking for that first point. Finland up 2. Time is winding down on this first period. Still lots of ringette to go, and that was almost deflected in by a teammate. Makes your heart stop a little bit. Passing it off, stabbed by Erin Ung. You hear that from miles away. Taking it into the center, shot. Vautour has been looking, again, cutting across right in front, taking those shots with some hard power. Yeah, Holstrom has stood strong.
Really impressed with this line from Canada of Vautour, and I believe it's Lacombe. their offensive prowess has been completely on, and again, they're just looking. Great check.
That's picked off by Canada. Time was winding down on that shot clock, and Gorinen was looking for something to do, but Canada did not make that easy. Finland picking up that loose ring, breaking back inside, passing it back.
There's 4 in, yeah, by Canada. Lucky there that they just saw it.
15 seconds on the shot clock. Finland playing it wide. That shot goes off the crossbar. May have deflected off Roy just before, but they'll maintain that possession inside. 27 seconds left on the shot clock. Lots of time to make something happen. They'll do a change. Fresh legs out on the ice for Finland. Canada still looking the same. Pick on the center. Making that pass across the triangle. Finding the center. Just can't get a stick on it. Battling hard. The defense just can't quite keep her out, and that's 3 for Finland. A winding shot just as she was stopped on the one side. Turns around and fires it. Essi Sarmela, playing that center position, just came in and fired. That's a not giving up opportunity.
Yeah, well, and again, like I said, like Finland is hard on their sticks, and Canada just has to do a little bit better job of not only trying to freeze Finland, but really getting underneath their sticks and preventing them from getting those shots off.
Canada with the ring in center. Trying a bit of a different play here. 3 on one side, breaking in. Hazel looking for somebody. Finds the corner. Picked off by Meyer. Meyer coming out wide. Passing it. Can't quite connect. Finland can't quite get that empty ring. Canada, they'll pick it back up. Bit of a switch here needed to count the 3 in. Good counting, good math. We're still good.
Math is important in Ringette.
Very much. And we'll get a change here too. There's a speed off the side, fires it. Street was looking a little bit for that closer post, squeaking in beside Holmstrom's blocker. And that'll go down for 2. Line pass. Canada will pick it up, and that'll take us to the end of the first period. It's over already.
Oh my goodness.
Action packed. Finland up by 3. Still lots of Ringette to play, but I think they had the most time with the ring, especially in those early minutes of that first period, despite getting 2 penalties. Scoring on the power penalty kill. My dad just came us up high. He distracted me. Hello, Father. So Kelsey, what are you seeing? You know, we're both Ringette players.
Yeah.
What are we seeing?
Yeah, I think honestly, like for Canada right now, I think it's just bearing down on their control with the ring. I think you said it perfectly before. Finland's just had a little bit more time with the ring, a little bit higher opportunity scoring chances in their offensive zone, whereas Canada's had some time in their O zone, but not quite capitalizing on the opportunities that they've been given.
There's been a lot of cycling, but they managed to get a little bit more time at the end of that period, and you could feel there was some movement coming. I think they're still trying to connect with each other, and read each other.
And it's tough, you know, you've got a bunch of players coming from, you know, different provinces, and yeah, they've been training for a long time, but playing in the national kind of stage is completely different. But I think once we see them start to connect on some of those passes, they've had some really good opportunities, and I think all it's going to take is for them just to crack the board, get 1 in the net, and then I think their momentum's going to start to really shift in this game.
The key is going to be making those little things count, because Finland takes advantage of those little things.
Yeah, and they will. And again, I think for Canada too, especially, they've got to watch that outside shot. I mean, Finland is not afraid to take a shot from the ringette line. So I think just getting bodies in front, getting stick presence on front too, just even like some kind of presence to try to get those shots just a little bit off, I think is really going to help Canada defensively.
Finland just needs to take this momentum forward.
Oh yeah, they've got to ride it. And they can't let up either. Like for Finland, I think their coaches are going to say, you know, we're up 3-0, but you cannot let up. You have to keep going. You cannot be satisfied with just 1 period of play.
Absolutely, and we'll take you into the second period of this matchup. Reminder, exhibition, but still definitely counts because this will take us to the gold on Saturday. Canada breaking in, getting that first ring opportunity. Lacombe hunting for the pass, gets it off to Vautour, back to Lacombe. Lacombe fires. That ring just came too far up her stick. A little bit of a wobble there.
And I'm feeling it for this line. Like, they have had so many opportunities. They do such a great job of moving the ring, getting those high scoring opportunities in close and in that key scoring area of that low post, and it's coming for them. They just got to keep connecting.
It's been hard to tell where home street is not quite solid yet. There's been a few opportunities, but once they get more shot offs, they'll be able to figure out where they need to be. Finland grabbing that ring in the center, but a strong check from Ung. Vautour's going to take that, looking for somebody. Passing it over the line to Lacombe. Lacombe just getting it a little bit in her feet. Vautour going to find that ring back for herself. Ryan York help support that pass along the boards. That line's going to switch. 10 seconds on the shot clock. They're not going to waste it here. Vautour taking the shot. Holmstrom is just not letting go. Vautour making that second effort, taking the goalie on by herself. That'll keep possession for Canada. They'll get it back over the line. Now Marilek is going to have an opportunity here. She's behind the net. Got a player up in front. Hemstreet's looking to do that block here. Gets it passed off to Jacoby. Found traffic. Ring is loose. That'll be called for the bottom third for Canada.
This line's done a pretty good job of trying to get those passes in close, but whoever's that player is in the middle, they just have to be ready for contact because you just know that Finland's going to take it.
Now one-handed pass from Finland over the line. They love to skate around, just strong on one hand on their stick. Feel the wind in their hair. And passes off to the side, and that's a shot. Putting Finland up 4-0.
And they just had so much speed entering that zone. And I think there might have been a little bit of confusion on where that low post player was.
Absolutely.
And Armstrong made that attempt to try to get across, but just not quick enough.
So Jenny Mikkola will find the back of the net for 4. You know, we can't overstate how Ringette is not like hockey.
Oh my gosh, no.
It can be a very high-scoring game. So if those of you at home are tuning in and going, "Oh God, 4-0," it's fine. There's lots of time left. Finland needs to stay on top of the game. Canada just needs to find something. It can very much go into double digits, and it just might. So let's keep watching. Canada taking it into the zone.
And again, Canada just needs one. They just need one just to get a little bit of confidence back in them, and Finland just got to keep riding the scoring train right now.
Finland will win that battle in the corner. Passing it off to our goal scorer, Jusela. Jusela passing it off. Taking a shot. It's number 10, Miri Lonka. She had a few good looks already, and that's another one booming off the pads of Paige Roy. Canada firing it into the zone. Long pass is successful. They'll make a bit of a switch here. Finland setting up in the triangle. Making that center switch. Good communication from Finland. Trying to find someone to pass to. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Coming in with speed, but just picked off by Finland. That was a good thought there. Finland possession in the neutral zone. Canada putting some pressure on them, not making it easy. Back pass in the neutral zone, still not over the line. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Canada pressure. Erin Ung keeping her pushed out along the boards. Setting up that triangle. Finland will shoot. Roy is there. Canada trying to pick up their own rebound, but we've got 3-on-1. Hard to withstand that. Finland top of the triangle there, passing it off. Tokila almost had that look. Decided to pass instead. Here she is picking up that ring, fires it. Just hits a skate, but had that long range, high power on the ice shot that can be quite deadly. Canada feeling the heat here. Making that wide open pass. Long stretch pass to Ringette. Can't quite find it. It'll bounce back into Canada's zone. Support pass to the D. You see speed picking up here. They're getting a little bit more into the groove.
Yeah, and I think Canada's got to utilize making that quick support pass and then starting to look up. And their forwards really have to make a better effort at kind of just getting open so they can try to get some of those fast breaks, because they're open. They just have to, almost got that on net there. A good reset too.
That'll give Canada another 30 seconds on the shot clock. Getting it off to one side for now, passing it over to McComb. Still lots of time. The home crowd getting excited, looking for a shot here.
Come on.
She pulls it back and fires a shot. And Canada gets their first goal of the game.
And Lacombe has been sniffing around that net all game. She's made a couple drives, she's made a couple moves, and watch this pump fake. Pump fakes it, drops it down, backhand, top shelf. What a beauty from Lacombe.
Weaves her way through that open ice that Finland just gave them an inch of. Not very much, but that inch is what made it count.
And again, she does such a great job of driving the net, which is, I cannot express how hard it is to drive on a Finland triangle, but Lacombe just out there making it look easy.
Canada will take it back within 3. Still, lots of time left in the second period. We'll play 4 periods, so stick with us. We got an evening for you. Canada making that support pass back into their defensive zone. And for those of you watching at home, this is a fantastic thing to be doing with your own teams. Using your defense as a way to get that ring out. Can't love the defense enough for that. Finland behind their own net. And an easy pass along the boards, looking for someone open. Running down in the corner. You see that name over and over, Jussila.
Oh yeah, she's going to be out there and is going to be such a threat.
So over to Longcutt.
Great stick.
Blocking that off, and that effort there with that extra stride from Jacoby. That extra effort, just leaning into that ring, keeps possession for Canada. Passing it up along the board, 17 seconds on the shot clock, time still. As this line settles into its shift change here. Aaron, not even looking at the net, just fires. And that's what you want to be doing. Expect the unexpected from these two teams. Finland, right over the line and into traffic. Finds that stick there. Taken into the zone, and a big save from Roy. You heard the crowd go, ooh, on that one.
A little bit of a knuckler there, kind of bounced off the ice a little bit weird. But this next goal is going to be so crucial. There's such a difference between a 4-2 game and a 5-1 game. So both teams are going to be looking for that next opportunity.
Well, and Roy made the decision, like we talked earlier, sometimes it makes sense to hold on to that ring instead of passing it off.
Yeah, smart decision by Roy.
Well, that'll give Finland an opportunity here. A free pass, they pass it, and full post, they're looking for it.
Yeah, and the defense,
going to want to watch that.
Yeah, defense, that far side defense just has to have their head on a swivel constantly.
Strong fight from Fevin on that line. Canada made a smart move on making the switch out so that there could still be 3 in the zone, and now it's moving into offensive territory. Just again, need to make those connections, keep the sticks on the ring. 10 seconds on the shot clock, still trying to find something here. Long pass up, head on stab. Oh! Crashing into each other. There's no penalty on that play, but I think that's the right call.
Yeah, definitely the right call. Meyer just kind of ran into a bit of a brick wall there.
Strong on their feet, Finland gets that ring back, tries to get it out, bit of a bounce here. Meyer, she's gonna get that loose ring, supporting it in the neutral zone. Not making rush decisions, Hazel. Passing into center, bit of a miscommunication there. No one was sure who was gonna take it, so Finland will step in. Finland passing it into the zone. Can't quite keep it for Canada. Still battling here.
Canada is doing a much better job of kind of causing a little bit more chaos in that neutral zone, making it a little bit harder on Finland to get those fast breaks, but Finland again with control in their O zone.
They tried to get something off there, but picked off by Canada. And exactly as you say, Kelsey, those who own the neutral zone oftentimes own the game.
Yes, 100%. It's such a big part of the game, and I think if Canada's kind of starting to close it up a little bit, I think it's really going to help their game overall.
Violette's hunting for something here, gets the reset. But looks like there I think she may have taken it out of the crease. I don't think it bounced all the way out.
Yeah, and I think the Finland goalie, I think, bumped into the net, dislodged it a little bit. Canada had control of it, so we'll give it back to Canada.
So here's one of the instances where Ringette uses a set play, typically. Canada's setting up here, one up front, on going behind the net. Still having a hard time getting that. Finland using the side of their skate to kick it away. Perfectly legal as long as it's not the front of your skate. Passing it down. Ursula, surprise, surprise, gets it out in the corner. Hunting with speed, makes the fake back pass, fires it to the low post. And Canada just wasn't there. But just didn't have that right time reaction. Sarmello had a good look there, but gets tripped up, so Canada will go to the box for the second penalty of the game. Both teams taking 2 penalties so far.
Yeah, and for Franco, as much as a penalty sometimes sucks to take, I think that was the right penalty to take with Finland coming in strong, looking for that kind of scoring opportunity. So tough one for Canada, taking that, because now Finland's on the power play, but I think in that instance, I think it was the right penalty to kind of take.
Finland using all of the space in that half circle, getting dangerously close to that line as they fire the shot. The rebound goes wide, they'll still keep it. Using the top of the ice, weaving around the center, finding that low post, which they love. Keeping it outside wide. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Takes a long winding shot, goes wide of Roy. And that'll be a penalty as the shot clock expires. 2 minutes for body contact against Finland. Tapani in the box. The ring will go all the way back to the Finland zone because of that penalty call. And we're 4-on-4 again.
Yeah, lots of space to use. Again, we're going to be seeing a lot more chances and opportunities to have those fast breaks. So both defense on both sides really need to have head on a swivel, make sure they stay on their man.
There's that back pass. Jacoby circling a little bit, assessing the situation, finding out where the next move is. 14 seconds on the shot clock, back pass to Ung. Ung fakes it, back to Jacoby. Jacoby fires, had the right look on that low post. But Holmstrom gets a toe in front of it. Finland breaking out. Uyella making the pass over to Ursula. Back over to a teammate. Canada's got it back in their own zone. 40 seconds left on that initial penalty to Canada. Still 4-4 action here. Using that support in the neutral zone, not making any rash decisions.
Finland's dropping back a little bit more, playing more of a zone defense. I think they just know that there's more space for Canada and more opportunities that they can have those fast breaks. So
6 seconds on the shot clock. Ryan York passing it off. Osborne gets a shot off high. I heard the shot clock there, I thought. That's a reset, so Canada will get to keep it. 9 seconds on their penalty. Oh, made the fake shot up top, Penn Street.
that was a perfect pass, just couldn't connect.
Psyched us all out. Pressure on Osborne as she looks for something. Osborne down to 7. 4 seconds on the shot clock, getting
Great
that
reset.
That's what you want, that's textbook.
Yeah, Canada's had quite a few of those really good down low resets. And again, that's control that they really need, especially down 4-1.
4 seconds on that penalty to Finland. Canada up a player, and now we're back at even strength. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Canada hunting for that second goal here. Long pass up top, coming in with speed, firing. What a great look there for Ringette. Finland slamming on the brakes, throwing off that mark. A bit of a busy neutral zone here, but they'll get it along the boards. That snowy ice, slowing the ring up a little bit there. And Finland will take it up top with speed, tries to fire it, but finds a Canadian skate instead. And Roy will take that ring inside our crease. Easy pass behind the net. For the support here. Playing that D. Finland gets their stick in the way. They'll make that break back in, right up top. And they'll fire, and Roy's pad is there. Just that quick reflex. And absolutely taking that opportunity away.
Yeah, that's such a key save at this point in the game. 2 minutes left in the second period. Your team's down 4-1. Huge save by Roy.
You want to keep that momentum for when the half comes. Canada trying to keep the stick on the ring there.
Oh, and penalty coming up.
Kicking call. A big shout out to our wonderful officials on ice and off the ice. We've got folks from across the world, just like our teams. Thank you for joining us here at the 2023 World Ringette Championships. Again, you're with myself, Emily Renneberg, and our wonderful colleague, Kelsey Kane.
Thank you, thank you.
Canada, 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in this half.
Yeah, they're really going to be looking to go into the half with another goal. Oh, nice decision there.
We had the Finland D committed. It's a bit of a wobble, Canada.
And again, this line is a sniffing.
Looking for that second opportunity here. McComb coming up top, getting picked over that line. Strong forward look. Ready for that check, Finland. Yeah, right over the line.
Finland's defense is really looking
and that'll be a goal.
Quick jumps, yeah.
On the delayed call, delayed for a couple seconds. Right over top, which is skating backwards for that?
I think so, yeah.
Of course, of course.
And again, Finland just doing like a quick give and go. And yeah, she could have passed to either of them. They're both kind of right there.
Canada had 4 in the zone there too.
Yeah,
there was
and I
a
think
lot
that
of
was
confusion there.
I think that was the delayed call,
yeah.
and I think right now Finland's talking to see if, and I think yeah, there is going to be a penalty called because Finland already has one in the box, so Canada will also go in the box as well.
So that 5th goal for Finland will go to Tuuli Lakonen. And the penalty will be served by number 11, Aaron Ung. Yep.
Yeah.
For delay of game. When you accidentally have 4 in the zone, but you don't do anything, that's just a 5 count. But when you play with it and you do something, it'll be 2 minutes in the box. Canada, opportunity in the offensive zone here. 4-on-4 play once again. Missing it off. Shane Hoven. Getting that pass off to Maryland. Maryland had a really good shot there on the post.
Yeah.
Now she's playing back up top for that pass. Finland overwhelming the ring. Maryland staying strong. Trying to get that ring back for herself.
Yeah, great forecheck. And again, that's just causing disruption with that pass into the neutral zone. And now Finland's down 10 seconds in the shot clock. So great forecheck by Maryland.
And that's something you don't see often, firing at 2 lines just to get it over. Canada, great pressure, like you said, Kelsey. They wasted that time. Finland never got past the red line.
Yeah, and it's so tough to do too, like 4 on, you're hard man on, and again, great forecheck.
And that low call. Osborne.
There's been a couple times where a couple players have gone down in that corner. So
I wonder if there's something there.
I'm wondering if the ice is just a little bit chipped up.
Finland coming in with speed, makes the fake, tries to go one way, shoots it the other, but Roy's shoulder blocks that off with 6.8 seconds remaining in this half.
Yeah, great save.
Again, if you're joining us and you're looking at the score 5-1, it's not over yet. We've still got half a game to play, and half a game brought us to 5-1, so lots of time left. Finland will get probably the last opportunity of this period here.
Yeah, and they're going to probably look to do some.
Will they shoot?
Some kind of set play with these 5 seconds, and they've pulled the goalie for 4 in too.
Makes that shot. Trying to get that last look, but goes a bit too wide, a bit too far to skate, and that'll close off our half here. Finland up 5-1 in the day 1 World Ringette Championships here in Calgary, Alberta. Thank you for joining us. If you're in Calgary, come to the games.
Yeah.
Buy the tickets, support Ringette. If you're not in Calgary, fly to Calgary. No, just kidding. Start walking.
Even these exhibition games, make sure you buy tickets. Come support your team.
They're a treat already. So we play 4 periods in this game. We'll get a flood at half. The teams are going to go off to their respective dressing rooms, chat about the strategy for the next half. And we'll join you when they come back. Well, welcome back to the second half of our game.
Yeah.
You get to see our faces this time. Hello, our international audience. Welcome again to the 2023 World Ringette Championships. I'm looking at myself.
I know.
First day, first Canada versus Finland game. And we're already seeing a ton of action. We're gonna watch some of the highlights, the goals. There were 6 of them in the first 2 periods of the game. First one up, Jusula. Sending that right in. And she'll get the second one too.
Yeah, she loves that outside shot. Just lets her rip whenever she can.
Here's the fight. Just using that third effort, I would call it. Captain spinning around. Finding the side of that post. Quick pass, quick release. Canada's gonna get their first goal here.
Yeah, and what a beauty that one was.
That line's been looking for something. That line is one to watch as we walk into the second half of this game. And that one will bring us to 5-1, which brings us to current time.
Yeah, and Canada's going to be starting off with a penalty, so Finland's going to be looking to be on the attack for about 13 seconds.
Just getting it organized here. Let's see if they do a goalie switch up. This game is technically an exhibition, and sometimes they want to switch out who's in net just to give some time to different goaltenders. But it looks like we're still sitting with our starting goaltenders. Levi Holstrom in for Finland and Paige Roy in for Canada in red. Finland will get the first ring. 13 seconds remaining on that penalty to Canada. Aranung serving that. It's a delay of game 4 in the zone. Finland, fresh ice, ring moving fast. Starting out on top of that triangle, trying to get a pass, but that stick just picks it off. Hemstreet was looking right at it. Right place, right time. Canada's trying to use that back pass, but Finland had multiple players on that ring. They'll take it back inside. Waiting along those boards, Canada picks up that loose ring. Making sure she makes the right decision here. Brewster coming around the net, looking ahead for someone who's open, but Finland just overwhelming that blue line. There's open ice behind them, but it's hard when you've got a line. And they're spin by Moisen. She'll get it back out.
Finland doing a really good job to clog up that neutral zone, and Canada again gonna have to work to get open, and good on Canada though for not forcing that pass in the neutral zone and causing a turnover.
Finland had someone deep calling for it, decided to not give that pass off, still maintaining that stick, just stretching out right in front. Passing it to Metsä-Tokila coming up across, passing it back, and fires it. Roy was there. Good reset for Finland, but they can't keep hold of that ring. Aranung outside of the penalty box. Getting a taste of that fresh ice, passing it into the neutral zone.
Smart play.
Calling it right into the corner. 18 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, smart play, not having to necessarily pass it straight stick to stick, but just finding that open ice for players to skate onto it.
Oh, Couture fires it. And that puts us up for 2 for Canada. On to Couture, taking it in on that post. And she'll bring her team back within 3. Just watch that. She had total open ice in the corner, but was basically on the goal line.
Yeah, and like just squeaked it in. Like I didn't even see how that got in. But again, just like Canada's been doing such a good job of trying to get those reset shots. And like you said, like sometimes you just got to throw it on net and see what happens. And Canada rewarded with that one.
I think that just went over the 18 inches of those pads. It's a good place to sneak something as the goalie goes down. And again, within 3. Crowd getting excited here, but the play will get whistled down. Roy will get the ring back. Goalie ring passing it over. A long stretch pass. Heads up play. Easy over the line. Right over to Meyer. Meyer out wide. Passing it across.
Yes,
over
oh, what a
shot.
save.
Jacoby, she's looking for one too. That center played so close to the Ringette line that it left that opening to make that pass. Canada's gonna get it back in. 3-on-2 shot. It's right into the chest of Holmstrom.
And Canada right now with great pressure. They've had 2 really good opportunities. Momentum starting to shift their way, and they really got to start looking for that opportunity to put it in the back of the net.
Just weaves right through those 2 players. What a great skate from Marilik.
And a good reset and a good change here by Canada, maintaining control. And again, that momentum really shifted to them.
Violette staying on that side. That's where they got their second goal. Holmstrom strong on it this time. Canada again. Kelsey, you said it. We've got a little bit more momentum for Canada here. Finland trying to pick it off in the neutral zone.
And something on the ice right now. I'm hoping that the ref might get to it.
Scrunch.
Sure. Picked it up now.
Finland up top. The defense
great
was
save.
not looking. Roy steps right in. That triangle just totally collapsed in on that side.
And Roy with a really, really great save. Again, the momentum shifted towards Canada, and that could have shifted right back to Finland.
13 seconds on the shot clock, giving a little bit of space in tight. There spins. Roy gets a piece of it. Off the goaltender. Goes out of play, but it'll stay for Finland's possession because it was off the goalie.
And Finland, again, doing such a great job of playing their game of moving the ring to the outside and then looking for that pass inside. Their ability to just make those passes and stabs and quick shots, that's stereotypical Finland Ringette.
Toskala has that ring initially. Passing out to Tapani. Tapani shoots. Roy gets a shoulder on it, just a piece.
Another great save by Roy.
Roy's dialed in. Defense stops that right in the center. Ung stepping into it, but it'll get whistled down. Move it or lose it, I believe that one. Finland will make the switch here. Shot counts quite even.
Yeah, Canada gonna look to tighten up their triangle a little bit. Roy's had to make some really top level saves inside, and Finland doing such a great job of getting those passes inside. And again, that shot right off that offensive free ring.
And Finland had all the pressure by pushing in and really, and they forced them into the circle.
Yeah.
And they get the ring back to try again.
And they'll do that. They'll set 2 right in front, and it really causes a lot of issue for the defenders on how to defend it. They push out and they open up that lane for that shooter.
Just no space.
And again, and this time,
Finland walks into the crease.
Finland walking into the crease, so that's a good shift for Canada, looking to break it out here.
Those lines matter, and Canada's gonna get an opportunity here to break it out, finding the easy pass along the boards. That ice is still fast. Bevan turning to look for that support and getting into the offense. Now Canada breaking it in, 14 seconds on the shot clock. Making that long stretch pass, Mersen over to Ung. Ung fighting in the corner, Mersen going in for that support. Fires it low. Holmstrom makes the sliding save.
Yeah, Finland's goalies made some pretty key saves. Canada with a couple really good chances in tight.
Hard to find space.
Yeah, like Finland does such a great job of really, and a little bit of shoving going on right there in the front. Again, they do a really good job of playing a pretty strong triangle. And so for Canada,
it's almost like they replicated just what Finland did.
I know.
I think that pass down low. Tour. Passing it between her legs over to Lacombe. These two, they're a pair. Moving that ring with speed. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Still a third left of it to go. Pass from Vautour over to Lacombe. Lacombe tries to fire between the legs. Bounces off a skate. She picks up her rebound and almost has a good look there. Finland's going to regroup here.
Yeah, a couple of good chances again, but Finland doing a good job to close it off. Good
Center.
defense.
Just using her body. You know, famously, Ringette is supposed to be non-contact, but if you're watching at home, there's a lot of physicality here. Finland keeping it inside. Fires it. Roy gets a pad right in front. She's strong to that post. That's a Toskala was looking in that blocker side. Roy was there. Bit of a misguided pass. Go 2 lines. Finland's picking it up. Support past the middle of the ice. A little bit precarious there. She's flat-footed, and Marilik was looking to really capitalize, and now she's 2 on.
Oh, and Marilik, again, just her forecheck has been unbelievable this game. She's caused so many turnovers, and even in this one, she's there and causing pressure and forces Finland to make that penalty. So has been just a powerhouse when it's been forechecking. She's been doing such a great job.
So Emmy Metsä-Toskala. Metsä-Toskala. Try that again. Sorry for my finish. She'll go to the box 2 minutes, and you're right. That was a forced play. A little bit of a discussion here as Long takes the free pass ring.
And again, this is going to be probably a set play by Canada. They're looking for something here.
Fires, blocker save. Holmstrom eyed that the whole way. That bouncing rebound will keep it in for Canada. Pass through the crease. Back over to Ang. Ang looking for something, anything.
Oh, great.
Makes
Oh,
that
great check.
Move, picks up her own lost ring. She's cut the difference between the center and the D there.
Yeah, and
that's another shot off.
Ang with a great move inside, but good defense by Finland to stop a really high chance and on a player who is known to score from those spots.
She was in Worlds last year, coming in with the captaincy this time. 10 seconds on the shot clock. She'll make the change. Meyer will make the shot. Long rebounds. There's been some big, heavy rebounds in this last minute or so. Canada manages to keep that ring, getting those resets, passing it. That's a big shot from up top from Brewster. Had all the time and space she needed. Holmstrom will hold on to it for those 5 seconds. That's some pressure. That was not what she wanted to do.
Yeah, and I think Holmstrom has been having some issues getting the ring into her glove to make those passes, and Canada's been starting to pick up on that and making sure that they keep sticks down, so she's not willing to force that pass out, which is causing Canada the ability to have that offensive free ring.
A little bit more active with her stick, you're right. I'll get the free pass. Meyer taking first skate behind the net, lots of time still. Got one in front, Fevin looking for something here. Brewster just too far ahead of that ring. Finland will pick it up. Looking for something here. They're still shorthanded. Passing it back over the blue line, the safe move here. Canada putting that pressure on with the extra player. A quick move to get around. Sarmilla. Wonka, 5 seconds on the shot clock here. She's cutting in tight, comes up across the top, makes a good look with that shot. But again, Roy just gets a piece of it, goes wide. Finland gets the change.
Yeah, she's gotten quite a few really good saves just off that shoulder. She's covering her net quite well and limiting those top corner opportunities, which Finland loves to shoot for. Great defense there by Ryan York.
Waiting for that ring to cross the blue line. Picked off with a second effort there from Metsä-Toskala. Now, Kostunen behind the net, keeping it wide. Goalie's going to the bench. That's a delayed call. Just a standstill here while people figure out what they need to be doing. Low pass.
Good stick.
Canada gets a stick in it.
Oh, and
Get blown down for the net to be off. But looks like Canada will be going to the box. Number 4, Mia Hemstreet. And yeah, net came off. So Canada will get the ring in their own zone. This one's always fun. Pick a player, pick a goalie.
Yeah, and Canada's gonna really look to maintain control off of this to try to just waste some of that penalty. And Finland's gonna do a strong man on here. Canada looking at their options. Great pass.
Perfect skate. Marilek just finding that open ice. Now she needs to find someone else to connect with. Over to Ong. Ong looking on that far short side. Just almost had it on her stick. Feel that was right there. Marilek also hunting for that, but Holstrom passing it off to her own team. A little bit of pressure here, despite being down a player. Finland still getting it into the neutral zone, trying to find the next connection.
Yeah, Canada doing a good job of playing man on, leaving that ring carrier, finding their man, finding the biggest threat.
There's an opportunity there. Finland. Kangaskowski. I worked on that over the half. Can anyone tell? Kangaskowski.
It's sounding good.
There we go. There we go. Canada will make them waste the 30 seconds.
Yeah, and Canada's done a good job to kill off this penalty. Again, that's going to be such a momentum shifter for them if they can get this penalty kill.
Absolutely. Keeping the pressure, still managing to get it into the neutral zone, but having to fight for that loose ring. So those long poking sticks. Somebody's trying to find that ring to keep it on their stick, but a spinning move from Kaylee Armstrong. Still maintaining that possession. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Still trying to get it over the blue line. Lots of pressure here. Harder when you're down a player. 30 seconds remain on the penalty. 10 seconds now on the shot clock, and that pass goes right to Finland. Canada will get that loose ring. Armstrong over the line to Hazel. Hazel gets taken down by Finland, and they're going to get a call for that. 2 minutes for tripping, as Canada has 12 seconds left on their penalty. So we'll be 4-on-4 action for the next 12 seconds as the captain of Team Finland goes to the box. Sormella got the 2 minutes for tripping.
And Canada really doing a good job to force that penalty. They had main control during the Finland power play and are rewarded there with a soon-to-be power play of their own.
Looked like she might have shot, but she ran out of room. Keep that pass in a safer zone along the boards, get it back, go behind the net. That's a time on the shot clock. Hemstreet's out of the box. Canada's back to even strength. Moving that cycle, Ung trying to fight right up top. Action right in front. Long stretch pass, or shot really.
Yeah, and Ung took a little bit of a tumble there and I think got almost stepped on.
I don't want to be doing that. Latour. Making the back pass over. So Lacombe tries something on the short side. I think it may have tried to go on the far side, but Finland's D knocked it short. Latour getting fought at that angle. And a spinning shot from Jacoby that goes wide and doesn't get the reset, so Holstrom will get the ring or not, actually. Time expired.
Yeah, I think there's
officials are going to chat about who gets the ring, it looks like.
Yeah, a little bit of a miscommunication between the two, but good for them for just taking that second, chit-chat, see where they need the ring to go, and the game goes on.
Finland will get it in their own zone. And this one's always fun. It's not one that you practice very often. Take it into the neutral zone. Still hard on that check. Canada sending almost 3 on. Almost makes it worth it.
Yeah, they kind of doing a little bit better job of having more pressure when they're on the power play. They need to be sending that extra player to do a 2-on check to really, like, they need to get the ring back.
4 seconds on the shot clock. Finland looking for something here, sliding it with not a lot of power. So Roy will easily scoop that up, pass it off. A nice pass down into open ice to Lacombe. Lacomb's gonna get it back, but she's got 2 on her. Fires it into the corner. Finland will pick it up.
And Canada's got to watch too, because Finland's defense have really been jumping into the play and looking for those fast breaks. So they've got to make sure that they know who their man is and know when to drop and take the biggest threat.
Communicating who's going to take who. Long pass goes into the zone. Bit of pressure. There's another shot off. Roy gets a piece of it. But she's out of position, and Finland can't get a stick on a rolling ring. And that was almost a hat trick for Jussila.
Yeah, she's, again, always a threat, especially in close. But Canada, I found in this last period, have done a really good job of just getting sticks, getting pressure on her, forcing her to not get the shot that she necessarily wants to be getting.
Armstrong spinning away, keeping those feet moving. And that looked like it was over the line, but play will continue.
Yeah.
Jussila getting it on that short side. Pressure enough to go around the net. 24 seconds on the shot clock. She'll look for a friend. Coming up top, passing it off. Good look there to Wonka, but
I think Canada's sending out players to try to get a change. They've got a tired triangle right now. So they've got Ung on the line hoping to get a change, and that is going to be a penalty.
body contact.
Yeah, just a tired triangle and just not enough time to get a change with fresh legs. There's been lots of power plays, lots of
4-on-4s.
Lots of 4-on-4s this game. Lots of 4-on-4s.
An eye for an eye. Michaela Brewster will go to the box. 2 minutes for. Actually, no, that's number 8.
I think that's 58. I think that
58?
might be Armstrong.
Armstrong. There you go. I can definitely see there, Armstrong. Like you said, I wanted to make that change in the center, so Ong will take over position there as Finland keeps possession. That's a Tokila looking for the pass across the way. Doesn't quite find it, but there's someone low. Spinning with that shot. Kosunen.
Finland looking for that low post, and Canada's defense, again, has to keep their head on a swivel, has to know where those low threats are. That forward on the line also has to be making sure that she's communicating with the triangle and really telling them where the threat is.
And not giving up that space on that goal line.
Yeah.
Finland can shoot from those areas, and that's still going to be key. And then they're coming in with some speed here. A sole effort from number 9, Teresa Tepany. Yeah. Just getting a little too much going there. Goes in the crease, and it'll go to Roy. He makes a little bit of a crowded pass. Finland will take it back. They're looking for an opportunity here on the side. They take it, and that's no goal. Enough pressure to force them into the crease. There was probably about 6 deeks there.
Yeah, and that's going to be like a huge relief for Canada, especially with 12 seconds left in this half. And the game is still within reach. 5-2, Canada's got a lot of good shooters, a lot of good chances that they've had. They can easily close up this game, so very lucky for Canada to get that call.
In their own zone. 7 seconds left. There might be one opportunity if they can break it in quickly.
And they're going in with speed right now.
Bevan trying to get it there. Just gets picked off the ring, and that'll take us to the end of the 3rd period. We have a little bit of time here for the teams to regroup. But I think it was a lot less back and forth. There was a little bit more settle in both ends for both teams. I think Canada's getting a little bit better of a handle on what Finland's trying to do, but Finland's still coming in with just capitalizing on the small things that Canada gives them. Yeah,
I think definitely this 3rd period, the control was definitely in Canada's favor, but I think the difference just being that Finland, when they have those high scoring opportunities, they capitalize on it. And Canada's been there and they've had it, but they just haven't had as many chances to put it away. And when they do have those chances, they need to be putting it in the back of the net.
Well, and as we progress through these World Championships, we'll notice that a lot of the learnings that come from these games need to be remembered and acted upon and built upon, and not just left in the games that are played.
Yeah.
So we'll hopefully be able to see these teams learn how they play with each other, against each other, and we'll get even better Ringette. Like, this is the best of the best.
Yeah, and again, like, that's what these exhibition games are kind of for, is finding the groove with players, finding that chemistry, but it's also for each team to kind of adapt to what they're giving. And, you know, as we go on throughout these series, we're going to see that Canada's going to start reacting to how Finland's playing. Finland's going to start reacting to how Canada's playing. And we're just going to see better Ringette as we go on throughout these games.
Well, you and I were talking off air earlier about the different styles of play that you get within Canada, going to the different provinces, and even trying to mesh that together in the short amount of time that you do have can be quite the challenge.
Yeah. Well, both of us being from here in Alberta, just the difference too, even you were saying going out east and the different playing styles and then trying to mesh it together. And I think Andrea Ferguson, who's the head coach of Canada, has done a really good job of finding a system that works well with all of those styles of plays. And I think it's kept Canada in the game so far with a 5-2. They're still within reach. And I think, again, like, that next goal is going to be huge. A 5-3 game is a lot different than a 6-2 game.
Absolutely. Canada's going to get the first opportunity here. Getting checked off hard. Finland, they're not making it easy either. Jussila looking for someone to pass off to. She was on her own. Will settle into this triangle, but Canada will pick it off.
Yeah, and Canada's got to look for that support. Because, again, they're down by a player, and Finland's going to be sending that hard forecheck to win it back. 30 seconds left in this power play for Finland.
Finland setting the tone in this final period of this game. They're going to fire it into the neutral zone, and Ryan York's going to get a stick on it and pass it back to her own teammate. Hard fought battle there for Vautour.
Vautour again, strong on her stick, is a feisty player, and I can respect that.
We've both played with and against those. And a bit of a change up here. Higher, skating wide. Looking for that pass. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Want to make something here, fires it. That's a really nice shot from Marilek. She's been everywhere too.
Yeah, she's gotten a couple really good opportunities. Again, she's been strong forechecker and has one heck of a release too, and she's given that opportunity.
Short release. She doesn't pull it back very far, but gets a lot of power on it. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Canada still cycling outside the tough triangle of Finland. Bouncing ring, goes behind the net. Finland skating strong to pick that up. Trying to make the pass off from her knees. A bit of a defensive support here. Getting that pass over to the line. Kursinen over to Mitsitokila. Starting that cycle, Canada trying to settle into that triangle, but again, that pass goes right through. Gets a shot off Roy. Gets her Keeley glove right on a piece of that ring. Finland's got time, 23 seconds on the shot clock, putting it into open ice to be picked up. Tuppeny, she's been looking in this period already. Passing it off, getting another almost tic-tac-toe, firing it on Roy, but she was strong on that post. Tuppeny trying to do it by herself, cuts in tight, a little bit too tight, walks into that crease, and that'll get blown down.
And good for Canada here to have that goalie-free ring. They had a little bit of a tired triangle. Oh, opportunity to send it up, but just didn't quite see it. And again, great neutral zone passes.
Canada breaking up inside. We might see some 2-on-1 even strength action from Finland here. Canada trying to break that right through the triangle.
Yeah, that was a great backhand pass by Fevin. Just slotted it in there for Brewster, and quick release, just couldn't find the back of the net.
Finland battling the ring on their own.
That was a great forecheck there for Mikkola.
She's got an easy pass in, coming in strong.
Finland with so much speed when entering the O-zone.
Lackinen coming flying off the bench, making that back pass to Kangaskoski. I'm working on it.
It's getting better, it's getting better.
Finland making those quick passes, tries to get a shot off, finds traffic, and Roy will pick it up instead. Laying it in front of the ice, in front of her defense. Bit of a slowdown here briefly. Latour keeping those feet moving. Back pass over to Lacombe. Lacombe's got time, she's got space, she's got an option. Ung was there. Just, the ice is starting to get slow. They've been skating on it for a while. There was definitely some snow blocking the speed there. Latour hunting just above Holmstreet's blocker side shoulder. She saw a corner. We saw that corner. That was almost there.
And Lacombe on that last play, I could tell exactly where she wanted. And again, like you said, just the snow just taking off a little bit of her pass. Not exactly the pass that she wanted, but great opportunity that she almost had there for Ung.
Nice pass.
Yeah, great pass.
Usula's legs. Bit of a short one there using the support. Not necessarily expected.
And Canada doing a better job of utilizing all the players on their ice.
Coming in
Just
with
like
speed.
this.
Trying to get that shot off, does, but I think it bounced between Holstrom's pads. Just like a pinball machine, it stays out.
Yeah.
It went bonk, 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 and Canada continues with the ring here.
Yeah, and Marilyn again with a close opportunity.
Jacoby firing it out wide, right into Holstrom's feet again. Maybe they've identified that that's kind of the place to be.
Yeah, they have been making a lot of shots towards her 5-hole and lower pads.
Battle here. Finland coming out with the ring in their own zone.
Finland again with so much speed entering.
Just so strong on that ring.
Yeah, they are.
Gotta make sure you're going for that ring and not for the player.
Yeah,
Canada
great
spinning.
battle by Canada.
Armstrong loves the spin.
She does. And you know what? It works for her a good chunk of the time, too.
Trying to maintain that defense. Finland trying to fake them out.
And again, there's got to be some communication from the line about their low players.
And that was almost a freebie for Tapani, who benefited from the ring just bouncing off the defender's stick. And a strong push from Jacoby. That's why you do dry land.
Yeah. Again,
that's what it's all for.
Canada does a really good job within their programming on weightlifting and making sure that they're strong and prepared. And
Hazel back to Hemstreet. She decided to pass instead of shoot. Crowd definitely expected her to shoot, but Hemstreet, she's trying to get one here. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Just whistles it past Holmstreet's glove. And time will expire on the shot clock. Winding down the fourth period. Still, you know, lots of Ringette to play, but as we get closer and closer to 0, it starts becoming more and more desperate for Canada in the first day of the World Ringette Championships here in Calgary, Alberta.
Yeah, and again, I think their play progressively throughout the game has gotten a little bit better, a little bit steadier, and Finland again just trying to continue the gameplay that they've had at the beginning of the year, or the game, without letting up too much.
Very relentless. You won't see them sweat too much.
No.
Canada back inside the neutral zone, looking for that support. Turning to make that smart pass. Sydney Rock. Moved down into the corner by Hazel, but Finland's there first. Lackinen.
Yeah, again.
To Mikola. Mikola down to Kangaskoski.
That sounded better.
Yeah, we're getting there. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Getting a bit of a change here. And a shot just with a lot of power from Wonka. Lacombe hearing the yells of the tour.
And good use of the body there.
Passing it into the center. Lacombe, she sees it, she's there, but a little too much pressure back to her teammate Vatour. Not forcing that shot though. 6 seconds left, gets the reset, big rebound. That's how you play a tight shot clock like that. Canada will bring it back into the area of a threat from the triangle. Finland taking that back up. Trying to make that support just over the line though. We'll pass it through. Canada picks it back up. Lacombe taking advantage, but she needs a friend.
Yeah, a couple missed passes by Finland. You don't see that much from them. They're usually pretty good with their passing and stabbing. But again, back to Canada on the attack.
Marilla coming in behind. You can tell she's looking for the pass. Finds it with Jacoby. Jacoby back to Marilla. Marilla shoots. Again, that short release, hard and strong, right on the ice. Gets the rebound, gets the reset. Now Canada's pulling their goalie. They're gonna add a fourth player in here and shot
Great
right
save.
on net from Jacoby. Holm Street was right dialed in. Canada's allowed 4 in the zone now. Again, pulled their goaltender.
Yeah, and this is a smart play by head coach Andrea Ferguson. Might as well go for it. You got your 3 down.
Absolutely. That's how, yeah, I'm a big fan of pulling a goalie early. They're gonna get more time here in the zone. 5 seconds on the shot clock, building. Holm Street gets a piece of it.
Oh,
Just in the crease.
I know, and I feel for Meyer there because I thought that the ring was outside of the crease there, but good call by the ref.
Easy pass behind the net. You can feel the momentum building here, but Canada's gonna get a call. Goalie was back in the net.
Yeah, unlucky penalty there. Just got the stick blade into the skate blade there, and just got to maintain control on the stick. And yeah, unlucky there for Canada.
Brianna Jacoby in the box. 2 minutes for tripping. Still 5 minutes and 25 seconds left in this final period here on day 1. We've got lots of Canada versus Finland action coming up for you in these next few days. And there's the classic Finland shot from the circle.
Yeah.
Fires it far side, low on the ice, just with a ton of power.
Yeah.
And that'll give Finland the extra go-ahead here. Number 14, Adele Vorinen.
Yeah, won't be the first, won't be the last. And
that's one thing we've been able to expect over the last, 20-some
Yes.
years. That's always going to happen.
yeah, Finland again. Just they practice it. They're so good at that offensive free ring.
Back at even strength. Canada trying to break over the line. Canada's pulling their goalie again, going for the hard skate.
Yeah, penalty coming up to Finland.
Now, would you shoot here, Kelsey, and try and give them the ring?
Do they have? No, I don't think so.
You maintain possession.
I think I'd maintain
the 4.
possession for this, for the 4 in.
Tries to get that shot off from M Street on that corner. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Winding, firing from Fevin. Hits a Finland player instead. So that'll cause a stoppage in play. Number 14 on the Finland side is going to be in the box. And that's our goal scorer. Had the glory, and now she's in the box.
I think. Yeah, in Canada with the line of Ang Lacombe, Vautour, and they are going to pull the goalie for a 4 in. Again, might as well.
I'm all for it. A 4 in can be an advantage, although I do find it does crowd the zone a little bit. So Canada moving that ring quickly.
Yeah, and you can tell that they practice this. This is set plays that they practice, and it's a good time to practice it here in the exhibition game.
Finland taking advantage of that missed pass. Still inside their zone now, over the blue line.
And this is where Canada needs to do a hard 2-on. There needs to be a 2-on, and every player needs to find a man. And right now, Canada is still kind of scrambling, miscommunications here and there. But again, this will come as the games go on.
Canada going in for that check. Finland playing the ring behind the back. The shot clock will expire. 1 minute and 13 left in the penalty. Roy is still back in her net. She's been skating back and forth from the bench to give that player advantage.
Oh yeah, and she's ready for it. She's constantly looking at the bench. She's, again, halfway up, all the way almost to the ringette line, just ready for when she needs to be called.
Canada's time here winding down to even things up. It's going to be tougher and tougher as we get deeper into this game. Making the pass along the boards.
Yeah,
Roy in the bench again. We're doing the count, making sure the goalie's in. Stepping into the 4, setting things up. Again, you mentioned they've practiced this, Kelsey, you can tell.
Yeah, and they're playing more so a diamond than they are a square. They're having that low person rotate into the middle,
Yep.
which causes a lot of issues for that low defense to be able to mark. And again, now they need to go hard 2-on. Everyone needs to find a man. There's no one that should be without one, but there needs to be added pressure to get ring possession.
Tapani making the back pass.
And good cutoff there.
A bunch of red jerseys right to the ring, though. Finland playing it back into their zone. Pressure from Canada. Not making their jobs easy. Tapani right into the stick of Maxime Sen. He's going to pass it low to Jacoby. Jacoby to Ung. Roy is still on the bench.
Yeah, and a little bit of miscommunication from Canada
On who's going to be out. Ung stepping into that triangle, making the decision to go for it. Gets picked off, and then it was Osborne's turn.
Yeah, and Canada's bench too need to be aware that when Roy is in the bench itself need to make everyone aware of where the shot clock is, so that players can be aware of if they need to send it on.
Because normally the goalie's there to bang her
Yeah,
stick.
exactly.
Yeah, Finland making that shovel shot. Number 15,
Yeah, and just
Nicola.
catching Canada just a little bit out of position and throws a really almost kind of like a knuckler backhand shot, and Roy just a little caught deep.
One of the defense goes down. Starts making that back fake. Fires it low enough that it's not quite worth it to go down in a butterfly, but
Yeah.
it's harder to save those ones. You've got less coverage on the bottom half of the net.
Yeah,
So-
again, just kind of tosses it on net. And
Looks like we're getting a timeout probably from the Canadian side. Let's see.
yeah, and
Timeout Canada.
yeah, and good call here too. Even though there's 2 minutes left, and even though it's an exhibition game, you know, Andrea Ferguson's trying to make sure that her team's confidence doesn't waver just because of this game and because of the outcome. So even though it's 7-2, she's really trying to boost her team's morale. And I mean, again, try to put one more in the net.
Well, you've got the timeout. You've got a decent gap in the game. Recoup, gather the team, reset the minds. If you're Andrea Ferguson, what exactly are you telling your next line for this shift, Kelsey?
For this one, I'm just telling them, maintain control. We want to enter into in possession. We don't want to force any of those passes. Again, gain the zone by zone. Don't force passes. Stick to stick, and then control in the O zone.
Canada.
And that's what they're going to
Over the
do.
line. Soft pass. Roy going to the box. Ung. Over to Brewster. Brewster looking for it. Back to Ung. Ung just whiffs on that stab. And then coming back into it. They make the switch. The forward can go into the zone, no problem.
Yeah, and I think Andrea Ferguson, too, is telling her team, like, this is the time to go and to give her, so might as well do some hard 4-on checking and try to win that possession back.
Ursula making the spin off the boards, maintaining that ring. Trying to shovel it off on a pass, but Canada picks it up. Throwing it into the side of the board, so Finland will take it. They really just need to control it here.
Oh,
they
yeah.
don't need to do anything fancy.
If you're Finland right now, you're maintaining control, you're looking for a reset, there's no need to get another goal. You're just killing the clock at this point.
So Carmella takes that shot. Saw an opening, but had enough power on that ring to send it into the corner. Battling two Canadians, two Finnish players. Ursula spinning, trying to get it. Everyone's scrambling.
Yeah, just trying to find some open space to skate.
Clock is winding down here. Finland trying to make another move, but Canada will get called on a delayed penalty. Holmstrom is going to go to the bench here. 23 seconds remaining in this first game, Canada versus Finland in the junior pool of this year's World Ringette Championships. So that play will get whistled down.
Yeah, Brewster just getting her stick just up a little bit high into the armpits of the Finnish player. And again, with 15 seconds, if you're Finland, you're just looking to kill the time, but
they might shoot.
They've got 4 in the zone, so I'm assuming they have something set up, and they're not just gonna waste the time.
Setting up the 4 in, making that no-look pass down low, bit of a bouncing no-look pass. Ursula picking that up, makes a shot, but it bounces on the backside of the net. And that'll take us to the end of the game. Canada losing on home turf versus the Finns. Well, what a game. You're looking at the score, 7-2. I'm not sure it necessarily played out that way.
No, and I honestly think that this was a good first showing for Canada. I think the last 2 periods were much, much better. Finland taking control in that first period and being able to, again, capitalize on the opportunities that they had.
Canada settled into their game a lot more in that second half, but Finland just was relentless. It's that fitness, but it's also that drive to want the ring and to want every single opportunity that they have to keep those feet moving, to do the next level of effort and really push hard and battle hard in every single opportunity. And I mean, I think that just sets us up well for the next one.
Yeah, honestly, I think there's only up from here for both teams. I think if you're Finland's coach, you're telling them that, yeah, it's a great game and we need to continue to play like this. And if you're Canada, you know, coaches are telling you this is an exhibition loss. And yeah, it might suck, but there's so much that they can learn from this. And I think, again, like those last 2 periods showed how Canada can really test this Finland team if they're actually like following through on the systems that they have. They're making connections. And again, it's going to get better as they go on.
Absolutely. And sometimes it pays to be the underdog.
Exactly.
That mental aspect cannot be overlooked. Got mental trainers out for some of these teams, and it's an important component to think about as an athlete, but especially as a representing your country.
Yeah, and again, Canada's got home field advantage this time around. So I think they've got to really lean on the support that they have here. And again, they can learn from this first game. You know, there's some mistakes were made, but it's first game jitters. Lots of these players, it's their first time playing internationally. And I think, again, there's only up from here for both teams.
And good on Finland for coming into Calgary, probably jet lagged, and just really sticking to their systems too. That was a good showing for somebody, a team that's probably exhausted from the time change. Good on them.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So we're gonna have an interview here with looks like Kaylee Armstrong.
Yeah, I think
they're just telling her that's what's happening to her.
I know, she's like, okay, I gotta get my helmet off now.
we're only giving you the best. And an interview means the best. So as we get Kaylee set up here, we'll get a camera on her, we'll get a mic on her.
Yeah, and I think she's heading over right now to get all mic'd up.
As Kaylee gets set up here, we'll get a chance to talk to her about today's game.
Hello?
Hey, Kaylee, can you hear us?
Hi, how are you?
Oh, we're great. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Thank you.
We're excited to have you. What a game. You know, the score 7-2, probably not exactly what you expected for the first game of WRCs, but from our perspective, it looked like it was a lot more even out there. How did you find the game?
Yeah, it's definitely a fast game and a building process. We are definitely going to learn from that and see how we do in the next ones.
If you spin around, Kaylee, you can wave at us, and we can get you up on the. There you go, Kaylee Armstrong, everyone. And so obviously there was a lot of learning here for the team. And part of that was working on the defensive system and the offensive system. What do you think the next move is for Team Canada?
Yeah, I think just coming out strong for the next games. We know what to do. We know we're going to talk about it. We'll learn from that, and we'll come out strong for our next games.
My last question is about being out on home ice in a hometown. How does it feel to have the crowd out there?
It's super exciting to be in Canada with all of our Canadian fans. We know we appreciate them a lot, and it's super cool to have them cheering us on.
Well, thank you, Kaylee. We'll send you on your way so you can go debrief with the team, and we'll see you for the next one.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Kaylee Armstrong, everyone. We're 58 on Team Canada. The spin move.
The spin move.
Love the spin move. And as we sign off here, any last thoughts, Kelsey?
No, I'm just excited to see what these games are going to hold.
So tune in for other games. We're not just going to bring you Canada and Finland. If you were a Czech Republic U.S. fan, you were probably not watching this one, but they're on at the same time. But tune in. Games are being streamed on YouTube. If you're in Calgary, in the Calgary area, you know, even if you're in Edmonton, that's an easy drive. Come down and see us. There's free games during the day for the U18 development camp. And we're happy to grab all the Ringette fans that we can and make new Ringette fans out of this particular tournament. So thank you again for joining us and signing off from Calgary, from Winsport. Join us tomorrow.